Welcome to our comprehensive guide on conflict resolution in medical settings. In the fast-paced world of healthcare, conflicts can arise between staff, patients, and even families. These disagreements, if not managed properly, can impact patient care and workplace morale. In this video, we'll explore the common sources of conflict in hospitals and clinics, why they occur, and how effective resolution strategies can make a real difference. By understanding the roots of conflict, we can better prepare ourselves to handle tough situations with professionalism and empathy. Let's begin by looking at what conflict means in a medical context. Conflict in medical settings refers to disagreements or misunderstandings that arise among healthcare professionals, patients, or their families. These conflicts can be about treatment decisions, communication breakdowns, or differing values and expectations. Recognizing that conflict is a natural part of working in a high-stress environment is the first step toward addressing it. By defining conflict clearly, we set the stage for identifying its sources and developing practical solutions. Next, we'll explore the most common causes of conflict in healthcare environments. Conflicts in medical settings often stem from a variety of sources. Miscommunication is a leading cause, whether it's between doctors and nurses or between staff and patients. Differences in professional opinions, unclear roles, and high workloads can also contribute. Sometimes cultural or language barriers play a role, making it harder for everyone to understand each other's perspectives. By identifying these root causes, healthcare teams can proactively address issues before they escalate. Let's look at how communication breakdowns specifically impact conflict. Effective communication is the backbone of any healthcare team. When information is not shared clearly, misunderstandings can quickly arise. For example, a nurse may misinterpret a doctor's instructions, or a patient might not fully understand their treatment plan. These breakdowns can lead to frustration, mistakes, and even harm to patients. By focusing on clear, open, and respectful communication, many conflicts can be prevented or resolved early. Next, we'll discuss the impact of stress and workload on conflict. Medical professionals often work long hours under intense pressure. High patient loads, emergencies, and tight schedules can lead to stress and fatigue. When people are stressed, they may become irritable or less patient, increasing the likelihood of conflict. Recognizing the role of stress in conflict is important for both individuals and teams. By supporting each other and managing workloads effectively, healthcare teams can reduce tension and create a more positive work environment. Now, let's consider how differences in values and beliefs can contribute to conflict. Healthcare is a diverse field, with professionals and patients coming from many backgrounds. Sometimes differences in personal values, cultural beliefs, or religious practices can lead to disagreements about care. For example, a patient's family may request a treatment that conflicts with medical guidelines, or staff may have differing opinions on ethical issues. Understanding and respecting these differences is key to resolving conflict. Open dialogue and cultural competence training can help bridge these gaps. Next, we'll look at the impact of unclear roles and responsibilities. Busy medical environments, it's not always clear who is responsible for what. When roles and responsibilities are not well defined, tasks may be duplicated or neglected, leading to frustration and conflict. For example, two nurses might assume the other is handling a patient's medication, resulting in confusion. Clear job descriptions, regular team meetings, and effective leadership can help clarify expectations and reduce misunderstanding. Next, let's discuss the importance of early intervention in conflict situations. Addressing conflict early is crucial in medical settings. When issues are ignored, they tend to grow and become more difficult to resolve. Early intervention means recognizing signs of conflict, such as tension or changes in communication, and taking steps to address them promptly. This might involve a private conversation, mediation, or involving a supervisor. By acting quickly, teams can prevent small disagreements from escalating into major problems. Now, let's explore some proven conflict resolution strategies. One of the most effective conflict resolution skills is active listening. This means truly paying attention to what the other person is saying, without interrupting or judging. In medical settings, active listening helps staff understand each other's perspectives and patients feel heard. It involves making eye contact, nodding, and summarizing what was said to ensure understanding. Practicing active listening can de-escalate tense situations and build trust within teams. Next, we'll discuss the importance of empathy in resolving conflicts. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. In healthcare, showing empathy can make a big difference during conflicts. When staff members or patients feel understood, they are more likely to cooperate and find common ground. Empathy can be demonstrated through kind words, attentive body language, and validating others' emotions. By fostering a culture of empathy, medical teams can resolve disputes more effectively and improve patient satisfaction. Next, let's look at the role of clear communication in conflict resolution. Clear and direct communication is essential for resolving conflicts in medical settings. This means expressing your thoughts and concerns honestly while remaining respectful. Avoiding vague language and being specific about issues can help prevent misunderstandings. For example, instead of saying, "You never helped," try, "I need assistance with patient rounds." By focusing on facts and solutions rather than blame, teams can work together more effectively. Next, we'll discuss the importance of staying calm during conflicts. Emotions can run high in medical settings, especially during conflicts. Staying calm is crucial for finding solutions and maintaining professionalism. Taking a few deep breaths, pausing before responding, and keeping your tone even can help de-escalate tense situations. If emotions are too strong, it's okay to take a short break before continuing the conversation. By managing your own emotions, you set a positive example for others and keep the focus on resolving the issue. Next, let's explore the role of mediation in conflict resolution. Sometimes, conflicts in medical settings require a neutral third party to help resolve them. Mediation involves bringing in someone who is not directly involved in the dispute, such as a supervisor or trained mediator. This person helps facilitate a constructive conversation, ensuring that everyone's perspective is heard and guiding the group toward a mutually acceptable solution. Mediation can be especially helpful when emotions are high or when previous attempts to resolve the conflict have failed. Next, we'll discuss the importance of documentation. Keeping accurate records of conflicts and their resolution is important in medical settings. Documentation provides a clear account of what happened, who was involved, and what steps were taken to resolve the issue. This can protect staff and organizations if disputes escalate or if there are legal implications. It also helps identify patterns that may need to be addressed through training or policy changes. Next, let's look at how training can improve conflict resolution skill. Regular training on conflict resolution equips healthcare staff with the skills they need to handle disagreements effectively. Training sessions can cover communication techniques, cultural competence, and stress management. Role-playing scenarios and workshops allow staff to practice these skills in a safe environment. Ongoing education ensures that everyone stays up to date with best practices and feels confident addressing conflict. Next, we'll discuss the importance of leadership support in conflict resolution. Strong leadership is essential for effective conflict resolution in medical settings. Leaders set the tone for how conflicts are handled and provide guidance to staff. By modeling respectful communication and supporting team members, leaders create a culture where conflicts are addressed constructively. They can also implement policies and procedures that encourage early intervention and provide resources for mediation. Next, let's explore the role of policies and procedures in managing conflict. Clear policies and procedures provide a framework for resolving conflicts in medical settings. These guidelines outline how conflicts should be reported, who should be involved, and what steps should be taken. Having a standard process ensures consistency and fairness, making it easier for staff to know what to do when disagreements arise. Policies should be reviewed regularly and updated as needed to reflect best practices. Next, let's discuss the importance of follow-up after a conflict is resolved. Resolving a conflict doesn't end when an agreement is reached. Follow-up is important to ensure that solutions are working and that relationships are healing. This might involve checking in with staff or patients, providing additional support, or making adjustments if needed. Ongoing communication helps prevent future conflicts and builds trust within the team. Next, let's look at how patient-centered care can reduce conflict in medical settings. Focusing on patient-centered care means putting the needs and preferences of patients at the heart of decision-making. When patients and families feel involved and respected, conflicts are less likely to occur. This approach encourages open communication, shared decision-making, and empathy. By building strong relationships with patients, healthcare teams can prevent misunderstandings and resolve issues more smoothly. Next, let's discuss the importance of cultural competence in conflict resolution. Cultural competence is the ability to understand, respect, and work effectively with people from diverse backgrounds. In medical settings, this skill helps prevent conflicts that arise from cultural misunderstandings. Training in cultural competence can include learning about different beliefs, customs, and communication styles. By valuing diversity and being open to learning, healthcare teams can create a more inclusive environment and reduce the risk of conflict. Next, let's look at how teamwork supports conflict resolution. Strong teamwork is essential for preventing and resolving conflicts in medical settings. When team members trust and support each other, they are more likely to communicate openly and address issues early. Teamwork involves sharing responsibilities, respecting each other's roles, and working together toward common goals. Regular team meetings and collaborative problem-solving can strengthen relationships and reduce misunderstandings. Next, let's discuss the importance of feedback in conflict resolution. Feedback is a powerful tool for resolving conflicts and improving performance. In medical settings, giving constructive feedback helps address issues before they become bigger problems. It's important to focus on specific behaviors rather than personal traits and to offer suggestions for improvement. Receiving feedback with an open mind shows a willingness to learn and grow. By creating a culture where feedback is welcomed, healthcare teams can continuously improve and reduce conflict. Next, let's look at the role of emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize and manage your own emotions, as well as understand the emotions of others. In healthcare, high emotional intelligence helps staff navigate stressful situations and respond to conflict with empathy and self-control. Training in emotional intelligence can include self-awareness exercises, stress management techniques, and learning how to read nonverbal cues. By developing these skills, healthcare professionals can handle conflicts more effectively. Next, let's discuss the impact of power dynamics. Power dynamics refer to the ways in which authority and influence are distributed within a healthcare team. Sometimes, conflicts arise when staff feel that their voices are not being heard, or when decisions are made without their input. Addressing power imbalances involves encouraging open dialogue, respecting all team members, and ensuring that everyone has a chance to contribute. By promoting a culture of equality, healthcare organizations can reduce conflict and improve collaboration. Next, let's look at the importance of confidentiality. Maintaining confidentiality is critical when resolving conflicts in medical settings. Staff and patients need to trust that sensitive information will be handled with care. Confidentiality protects privacy and encourages honest communication during conflict resolution processes. It's important to follow organizational policies and legal requirements regarding information sharing. By respecting confidentiality, healthcare teams can build trust and resolve conflicts more effectively. Next, let's discuss the role of technology in conflict resolution. Technology plays an increasing role in healthcare communication and conflict resolution. Tools like secure messaging apps, electronic health records, and virtual meetings can help teams share information quickly and accurately. However, technology can also introduce new challenges, such as misinterpretation of messages or data privacy concerns. Training staff to use technology effectively and responsibly is essential for preventing misunderstandings and resolving conflict. Next, let's look at the importance of self-care for healthcare professionals. Healthcare professionals often put others' needs before their own, but self-care is essential for managing stress and preventing burnout. Taking time for rest, exercise, and hobbies help staff recharge and approach conflicts with a clear mind. Organizations can support self-care by promoting work-life balance and providing resources like counseling or wellness programs. When staff feel supported and healthy, they are better equipped to handle conflicts constructively. Next, let's discuss the impact of organizational culture. Culture of a healthcare organization shapes how conflicts are managed. A positive culture values respect, open communication, and continuous improvement. When staff feel safe to speak up and know that their concerns will be addressed fairly, conflicts are less likely to escalate. Leadership plays a key role in setting the tone and modeling desired behaviors. By fostering a supportive culture, organizations can create an environment where conflicts are resolved quickly and effectively. Next, let's look at the benefits of conflict resolution. Resolving conflicts in medical settings brings many benefits. It improves teamwork, enhances patient care, and creates a more positive work environment. Staff who feel heard and respected are more engaged and motivated. Patients benefit from better communication and fewer errors. By investing in conflict resolution skills and strategies, healthcare organizations can achieve better outcomes for everyone involved. Next, let's discuss some real-life examples of conflict resolution in action. Let's look at a real-life example. Two nurses disagreed about how to prioritize patient care during a busy shift. Tension grew as each felt their approach was best. The supervisor intervened, facilitating a discussion where both nurses shared their perspectives. Through active listening and compromise, they developed a plan that balanced patient needs and workload. This case highlights the importance of early intervention and open communication in resolving staff conflict. Next, we'll explore a case involving a patient and family. Another example, a patient's family disagreed with the medical team about treatment options. Emotions ran high and communication broke down. The healthcare team arranged a meeting with the family, listened to their concerns, and explained the medical reasoning behind their recommendations. By showing empathy and providing clear information, the team was able to reach a mutual understanding and agree on a care plan. This case demonstrates the value of empathy and transparency. Next, let's look at a conflict involving cultural differences. Conflict arose when a patient's cultural beliefs conflicted with standard medical procedures. Staff took time to learn about the patient's background and consulted with cultural liaisons. By respecting the patient's beliefs and finding alternative solutions, the team was able to provide care that honored both medical standards and cultural values. This example shows how cultural competence and flexibility can resolve conflicts and improve patient satisfaction. Next, let's discuss the role of continuous improvement. Conflict resolution is not a one-time event. Healthcare organizations should continuously review and improve their processes for managing conflict. This can involve regular training, feedback sessions, and policy updates. By learning from past conflicts and adapting strategies, teams can become more effective over time. Continuous improvement ensures that conflict resolution remains a priority and that staff feel supported in addressing challenges. Next, let's look at the importance of celebrating success. Recognizing and celebrating successful conflict resolution can boost morale and reinforce positive behaviors. When teams overcome challenges together, it's important to acknowledge their efforts and share what worked well. Celebrations can be as simple as a thank you note or as formal as a team meeting. By highlighting success stories, organizations encourage staff to continue using effective conflict resolution strategies. Next, let's discuss the challenges of remote healthcare team. The rise of telemedicine and remote work, healthcare teams are increasingly collaborating from different locations. Remote communication can make it harder to read nonverbal cues and build relationships, increasing the risk of conflict. To address these challenges, teams should use video calls when possible, set clear expectations, and check in regularly. Building trust remotely requires extra effort, but it's essential for effective conflict resolution. Next, let's look at the importance of adaptability. Adaptability is the ability to adjust to new situations and challenges. In medical settings, being adaptable helps staff respond to unexpected conflicts and changing circumstances. This might mean trying new communication methods, adjusting schedules, or being open to different solutions. Adaptable teams are better equipped to handle conflict and maintain high-quality care. Next, let's discuss the importance of resilience in healthcare professionals. Resilience is the ability to recover from setbacks and keep moving forward. Healthcare professionals face many challenges, from difficult patients to high-pressure situations. Building resilience involves developing coping strategies, seeking support, and maintaining a positive outlook. Resilient staff are better able to manage conflict and provide consistent, compassionate care. Next, let's look at the role of peer support in conflict resolution. Peer support involves colleagues helping each other through challenges, including conflicts. In medical settings, peer support can take the form of mentoring, informal check-ins, or support groups. When staff know they can rely on each other, they feel more confident addressing conflicts and less isolated. Organizations can encourage peer support by creating opportunities for connection and collaboration. Next, let's discuss the importance of transparency. Transparency means being open and honest about decisions, processes, and outcomes. In conflict resolution, transparency builds trust and reduces suspicion. Staff and patients appreciate knowing how conflicts are handled and what steps are being taken to resolve them. Transparent communication also helps prevent rumors and misinformation. By fostering a culture of openness, healthcare organizations can address conflicts more effectively. Next, let's look at the importance of accountability. Accountability means taking responsibility for your actions and decisions. In medical settings, accountability is essential for resolving conflicts and maintaining trust. When staff admit mistakes and work to correct them, it sets a positive example and encourages others to do the same. Organizations can promote accountability by providing clear expectations and supporting staff in learning from errors. Next, let's discuss the role of emotional support for patients during conflict. Conflicts can be stressful for patients and their families. Providing emotional support during these times is crucial for maintaining trust and ensuring positive outcomes. This support can include listening to concerns, offering reassurance, and connecting patients with counseling services if needed. By addressing emotional needs, healthcare teams can help patients feel safe and valued, even during difficult conversations. Next, let's look at the importance of flexibility in conflict resolution. Every conflict is unique, and there is no one-size-fits-all solution. Flexibility means being willing to try different approaches and adapt strategies as needed. In medical settings, this might involve adjusting communication styles, seeking input from others, or considering alternative solutions. Flexible teams are better able to resolve conflicts and meet the needs of both staff and patients. Next, let's discuss the importance of learning from conflict. Conflicts provide valuable opportunities for learning and growth. By reflecting on what caused a conflict and how it was resolved, healthcare teams can identify areas for improvement. Debriefing after conflicts and sharing lessons learned helps prevent similar issues in the future. Organizations that encourage learning from conflict create a culture of continuous improvement and resilience. Next, let's summarize the key points covered in this video. This video, we've explored the many facets of conflict resolution in medical settings. We discussed common causes of conflict, effective strategies for resolution, and the importance of communication, empathy, and teamwork. We also looked at real-life examples and the value of continuous improvement. By applying these principles, healthcare professionals can create safer, more supportive environments for both staff and patient. Let's conclude with a final message on the importance of conflict resolution. Conflict is an inevitable part of working in medical settings, but it doesn't have to be negative. With the right skills and mindset, conflicts can be opportunities for growth, learning, and stronger relationships. By prioritizing communication, empathy, and collaboration, healthcare teams can resolve disagreements constructively and provide the best possible care for their patients. Thank you for joining us on this journey to better conflict resolution in healthcare.